those are the audio effects. And then we have the intro
We're
here.
just waiting for people to come on.
Yeah. But no, I'm just showing you so.
I know where the sound effects are.
Okay, well, I forgot.
Silly. Those are my favorite.
All right, so feel free.
Oh, and there's people in the room. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. We're just waiting for the room to fill a little before we get started.
Stefan, that doesn't mean you have to be ASMR crowd control.
Is that the voice? I love a good ASMR.
I know, me too. I miss the days of erotica ASMR.
Like Madonna?
Don't fuck it up.
Well, I think we can probably get started, right? Where's our catchy theme song?
Hi, Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone here.
When will you understand that I am a person and not a thing?
Look it up.
Do something else. Do my eyebrows.
Better to say, am I being true to myself? And is this what I want to say? And have I expressed myself the way I want to express myself? I mean, that's what it's all about.
You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hey, everybody, it's Stefan.
Hey, guys, it's Tony, and Madam X has arrived.
Madam X is released. She's out in the wild. So thanks for joining us. It's another live show.
Yes, we're very excited to be live. I feel like I haven't seen or spoken to Stefan in a really long time.
Yeah, it's weird to podcast in person again. It's I love it.
Yeah, me too.
But it is weird that it's been quite some time since we've,
because we went from doing it live to taking it, we were like hopping all over locations in the city. Remember we did a show at Madam X, the club. We, were all over Soho. And then we were stuck at home. Remember that, guys?
No. Well, and now we're vaxxed and back in action. So thanks for joining us today, everybody. It's a really big show.
Yes, it has the potential to be rather sizable, wouldn't you say?
Our cup, our cup runneth over. Our eye patch runneth over.
So yeah, we've got a couple of things to discuss. So as we all know, the Madam X tour film has finally dropped. It's streaming on Paramount Plus, if you can find it. I had an issue with that, but we'll get into it later. And but what we really want to talk about is my exclusive interview with Stefan about his evening with Madonna.
Yes, your version of This Week in Ciccone is
This Week with Ciccone.
Yeah, exactly. This Week with Madonna.
And now, This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
So before we get into everything that has happened in Madonna Land this week, let's just get into the topic at hand. So before we take calls and, before we get into the Madam X stuff, let's talk about Friday, October 8th. Stefan, where did you go? And tell us, how did it happen?
So as everyone knows, on Madonna's Facebook page this past week, they announced a bunch of tour film screenings in random cities. So I think it was California. They had one in Los Angeles, they had one in Paris, and they had one, where else? Where was the other one, Tony? There was 3 of them, right?
It was Paris, Los Angeles.
And I'm blanking on the other one.
And probably New York.
Well, no, it was supposed to be. Anyway.
Oh, Miami. It was a drive-in.
Oh, there it is. That's that. Thank you. Sorry, my brain's a little hazy. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Fuzzy dream.
For obvious reasons. But yeah, so after they announced the tour film screenings at the random cities, they then also said, and there will be a surprise for New York. And the rumor mill got started. I think Madonna Fan Party, who we had on the podcast this past season.
Mm-hmm.
Was that this season or last season?
No, this was at the beginning of...
COVID screwed with my mind. I don't know when anything happens anymore. But they had announced that there was probably going to be a surprise performance from Madonna. And to keep our eyes peeled, and lo and behold, Madonna's Facebook page announced a small little, I didn't even call it a contest, but it was, why do you deserve to be with Madam X?
So what did you say?
I
Or what did you write?
Yes, I wrote a very lovely note about our podcast. I said my friend Tony and I had started MLVC, the Madonna podcast, back the same week that Madonna released her Medellin single, and almost 100 episodes later, we are still having conversations with people from around the world about Madonna, and
we haven't gotten shut down.
Yeah, we're still going. But and then I attached a picture of me dancing on stage with Madonna, and said, and it would be nice to see Madonna in person again. So I guess that did the trick, because and I'm telling you, for everyone listening, there were no strings pulled. I have no connections with Madonna's team. So I literally think it was just whoever was answering those Facebook messages liked what I said. And yes, so unlike the Times Square Madame X premiere party, which we did not get to go to, and Tony and I were very crestfallen about that, I gotta say. We were a little sad, and I think I didn't emerge from my bedroom for about 2 nights because I was just so upset about not being able to go. But
Hashtag left out.
yeah, this made up for it, though, I gotta say. Unfortunately, Tony, who is not on Facebook, was not able to enter the contest, and they only gave me 1 ticket, so I had to fly solo. So.
Listen, it's actually just fine with me because I decided to go get a 3rd jab, the booster shot, and I also got the flu shot on the same day, which I'm not going to say you shouldn't do it. I think you should and get it over with, but it will give you 24 hours of just very challenging moments.
Well, and thank God you had some wonderful Madame X entertainment to keep yourself busy on the sofa.
I sure did.
Once you could find it.
Once I could find it. So, what happened is that I'm talking to Jess and Stefan, and everyone's talking about Madame X, and I'm like looking at my Paramount Plus, which I'm getting through Amazon Prime, and guess what? It's not there. So I do a search, it's not there. I apologize if I was a little salty on the group text. I'm like, I'm moving on because I had a call, so
you were a bit peeved.
I couldn't spend another hour looking for Madonna as I have for the last. How many years is she? 41 years, I think. So, so I, had to watch it later on in the day once I figured it out. But yes, I see that some of you guys got the Paramount Plus free trial. Don't forget to cancel it.
Yes, I got
6 days.
I got my email saying your free trial ends in 7 days, and I was like, oh, trust me, I've already set my reminder to cancel that shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's some lovely alternate programming on Paramount Plus you could catch up on. But
look, I was enjoying watching some episodes of Family Ties the other night. I just, I can't afford another streaming platform. I've got enough between Spotify and HBO Max, and I just can't do it. I can't.
So that being said, you've got another week to watch Madame X to your heart's content, but
daily viewings.
Will there be a physical release? We did get a streaming release of the live album, which is literally the show put on Spotify. Put on Spotify, yeah. But hey,
no complaints.
No complaints. So back to Stefan.
Sorry,
I don't know why you stopped talking about
we're all over it.
Evening with Madonna.
Yeah. So it comes.
Set the scene.
Set the scene. So they said that we would hear. Well, I assumed we would probably hear sometime on Friday. I didn't hear anything on Thursday. So Friday, of course, I'm religiously checking my Facebook messages, and I think around noon on Friday, I got a message from someone on her team saying that I scored a ticket. Provide my name. It'll be on the list when I get there. Get there 11 o'clock for check-in.
Where is there?
So the concert was held. Special performance. the small intimate performance was
I believe it was called Madonna's exclusive one night only performance in Harlem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was super small. There's a restaurant in Harlem in New York City called the Red Rooster. They have a little venue downstairs, which is we actually back in 2019 Parlor Social, who is comprised of Ricky, Madonna's piano player / accordion player. He and his wife Desi, they're in a group called Parlor Social, and on one of their nights off from Madame X, Ricky and Desi performed at the Red Rooster.
Nice.
It's downstairs in the basement of the Red Rooster, and it's a cute space. They have tables and chairs. It's very like jazz club, supper club, and so I think there was rumored that she would be at the Apollo, but because it was a super small show, it was not. It was there, and so it was. They told us, performance will begin at midnight, and I figured that was a soft midnight because I was like, if we're on Madam X time, it will not be midnight, and it was not. So once I got the ticket, I was like, that nervous energy that happens when you're going to a Madonna show, was just coursing through my veins all day, and I was ready probably around 6 o'clock to go, and
well, she wasn't.
No. But I wasn't going to leave so soon. And then it was like 7 o'clock and I was like, I can't sit here anymore. I'm just going to go pace the streets of Harlem waiting for her. So that's what I did. I went and I got a milkshake at Harlem Shake.
Nice.
And then, because they weren't letting anyone in, I was like, I'll go get some cornbread and French fries. And, because they have, if you've never been to Red Rooster and you ever have the chance to go, they have amazing soul food. It's like phenomenal soul food. And, so I was like, yeah, I'll go and I'll get some cornbread and some dessert and it'll be, but they weren't letting anyone in. I couldn't even use the bathroom. I was like, I just got to pee. Can I go? And they're like, no, because they were trying to clear everybody out of the venue so that way they could get ready for the Madonna event.
Well, they had to make sure that no one was hiding in the piano bench like that photographer at her wedding at Skibo Castle.
Well, because there were some fans who booked in for dinner at Red Rooster, and I think maybe they thought they'd just be able to hang out, but everyone got the boot from the restaurant.
Nice try, Madonna fans. I admire your
prowess.
Yeah.
But they cleared out the venue, and I was just standing there watching the cast of characters. There are some interesting folk on 125th Street, and like there was some white woman in a tracksuit and high heels, and I don't know if she was drunk or high or both.
Or a Madonna fan?
She was literally traipsing up and down the block, getting in arguments with people, taking her high heels off, walking barefoot on the sidewalk. I was like, honey, what are you doing? There was some Jehovah's Witness guy who was trying to convert me into Christianity, and have you taken Jesus as your savior? Like it was full on.
Listen, Stefan, artists are here to disrupt the peace, and Harlem is no exception. Okay.
So check-in started around 10:15. I was first in line because I had made friends with the doorman and the security guard, and he was just like, he's been here a long time. Let him in.
It always helps to be extra nice to the door staff. I mean, it gets you a long way.
Tip your help. I'm telling you. Like, I didn't slip him any money, but yeah. So I befriended a wonderful guy. His name was Chris. Him and I, we were like Madonna BFFs. Not your replacement, Tony. He was keeping me company in line, and then I dragged him into my Madonna comatose, where it's like we walk into the venue and he was like, okay, let's get a drink. I'm like, no. I'm like, Chris, if you want to see Madonna up close, you cannot go to the bar, because the moment you go to the bar is the moment they'll let us downstairs. And so we just were like sitting around waiting for them to, they were playing amazing disco music and we were grooving along to that. And then they let us down. The venue was basically divided into two halves. One half was the VIP area. The other half was the fan area. And it was a Belvedere vodka sponsored event. I'm sure you saw the pictures of Madonna holding the Belvedere vodka bottle. It was open bar. So I think there were people that were drinking. Since I don't drink, it wasn't an appeal to me. But Chris was like, oh, I want to get a drink. I'm like, Chris, get one drink. I'm like, you don't want to be shit-faced when Madonna comes on stage, because I've seen that and it's a waste of time. But so we did. We were right up. We walked in, because we were like one of the first people to get in downstairs. We walked up to the little barricade that they had set up, and not a barricade. What are those? The stanchions?
Yeah, the stanchion. All right. So tell us what the room looked like and how the stage was set up.
There was no stage. It's just a floor, but there was, and it was super small. Like I think Madonna even said it during one of her little moments in between songs, where she said it's her living room session, and
Yeah, we need more of that Madonna.
it was amazing.
We're not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I'm burying the room was just filling up over the course of time. In true Madonna fashion, we were sweating our asses off. I did not have anything fancy to wear, so I was wearing my bell strap jacket because it's the most expensive item of clothing I own, and but I was sweating profusely. It was probably 85 degrees in that room. They did not have air on because, of course, if anyone's been to a Madonna concert, you know that she shuts the air off, and true to form. But of course, and we're all packed in super tight and we're dancing. They were playing amazing. Like every now and again, the DJ would play an old school Madonna song. So like they were playing Into the Groove and Holiday, and the people were in a frenzy. Like I haven't heard Madonna music played on a good sound system in so long, and it sounded so good.
So back to my original question that you didn't answer. So I'm asking, like, what was the stage setup like? So, like, as far as there was a piano, was there any other instruments?
There was a piano to the left of me, or right in front of me. There was a guitar on the floor, and then on the right side of the stage, there were some bongos. There was an accordion, and I feel like, well, there were other people who brought, I think, violins on stage, but they weren't out there. It was very simple.
It's important to set the scene so you'll understand that Madonna will be singing and performing to live music.
Yes.
Singing live and performing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was completely live. There was no backing vocals. There was no pre-recorded anything. I mean, the room was so small that you could hear the live instruments playing over just out of your ears.
So take us to 1:30 in the morning when Madonna decides to come on stage and perform.
So people were partying and just having fun I knew she wasn't coming out at midnight, and
you'd be a fool to think she'd come on time.
Come on, people. We all know. We know her better than that. So around 1:30, I mean, by 1:00, all of the like VIP people who were sitting in the very, very front across the stanchions from us. So there was Stephen Klein, his current boyfriend, model.
Who else was there?
Well, you might recognize a little Lourdes. Lola was there with, I think, her boyfriend. She looked gorgeous, by the way. There was a moment. I'll save that for when we depart the venue. Remind me about Lourdes.
Yes.
And then, obviously, Ricardo has a small army of people helping him record now. I guess it wasn't enough for just Ricardo and his trusty phone.
No.
Now he has
I'm glad he's got a staff.
He's got like two assistants helping him, and they're like recording on full blown like huge cameras and whatnot.
Did you see any other friends of the podcast?
There were some. Yes, we got to see I got to meet Corvette Hunt in person, which was so nice.
Yeah.
He tapped my shoulder. Marlene Ortiz, Madonna's personal trainer,
Nice.
She was there. Who else was there that I got to see from afar? Model actor Isha Blackar was there. He gorgeous man, and second Madonna event. And I was like, this is a good Madonna event to come to. And also Aquaria.
Ooh, drag superstar Aquaria,
yeah,
and fashion icon.
There were some other people there. Who's that guy that has the nails in his hair? I've seen Madonna post about him.
Yeah,
before.
He's been making a lot of appearances lately. If anyone knows his name, you can write it in the comments.
I think I saw it online somewhere, but it looked very uncomfortable. I was talking to the guy Chris, saying, "How the hell does he sleep at night? Like, there's no way he takes those nails out every single time he goes to bed, because he probably had 150 nails."
Maybe he has a staff of nail removers that surround him every night and take them out. So now that you've seen everyone kind of sit down and get ready,
the VIP people sat in the very front, and that was the only people that were sitting. Everybody else was standing up. It was a frenzy. It was chaos. It was craziness. But obviously, once the lighting guys got into place and the band sort of came out, Monty Pittman was there.
Oh, nice.
Ricky, her piano player, but Ricky was not on piano today because she had famous piano player, Jon Batiste.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So he was there, And yeah, everyone sort of sat down. You could see Madonna through the curtain. She had her trusty little captain's hat on.
Tell everyone what she looked like, what her look was.
The look was, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos and pictures that I've been posting, and everyone and their mother's been posting, but she had super long blonde hair. It was sort of reminiscent. It was a mix. It would be like if Madonna Bedtime Story from the Brit Awards got together with Madonna Sticky and Sweet with the bangs.
The blunt bangs.
They had a baby, and that's what that hairstyle was.
Ooh, excuse me. We just got a telegram. The nail on the head guy is called Tony Touchdown. Thank you, Joan C. First.
Yeah,
if I said that incorrectly, please yell at me.
I'm telling you, it looks like a dangerous hairstyle because one wrong rollover in bed and you could poke an eye out.
Well, fashion and hairstyling is meant to disrupt the piece.
Yes. But yeah, so around 1:30, the music ended. The band sat down. She came out. There was no like extravagant reveal or whatever. She just sort of she just walked out. The Jon Batiste started playing.
Nobody said, "Ladies and gentlemen,
no,
Madonna."
No, and the thing that I think one of the things we were most surprised about was we were allowed to keep our phones. I was thinking, oh, they're gonna make us put them in those stupid yonder cases.
Because we were famously not invited to the Madame X premiere in Times Square last week, but I was told that they did check their phones except for the three intrepid.
Well, they checked the phones during the question and answer segment.
Oh, and then for the disco.
But then for the disco, they were allowed to have their phones again. But yeah, I just figured we were going to get our phones confiscated, and they didn't. They let us keep them. So I was like, and I'm one of those people where I like to live in the moment. I like to be able to watch Madonna in person. I mean, if she's going to be 3 feet in front of my face, I don't want to look at her through my phone.
Right, but your phone also wants to be there and wants to see.
Yeah, I mean, the photographer in me is always like, oh my God, capture this, do this. And so when she came out, I was like, you know what? I'll just record some video. I'll hold the phone right below my head. And then that way if I turn my head, I'll turn the phone, and that's how I'll record. And I have about 12 minutes worth of footage that I have not released yet, but I'll probably roll it out slowly on the Instagram. I think you've seen the street footage, and then I also posted La Isla Bonita just recently.
Well, we have a question from a friend Chris in Minneapolis.
Oh yes.
How close to the stage were you?
I was right at the stage. So imagine that the stage was probably about 8 feet wide. I was at the 8th foot, I was right there. The unfortunate side is that there was a security guard who parked himself directly in front of me and my friend Chris, and so I had to navigate. You'll see him. He pops up in all of my video footage, but he was a super sweet guy. He was just trying to do his job, but it's still a pain in the ass.
All right, this is where I need you to be very specific.
Yes.
What did she sing? And tell us if there's anything different about the performances from anything we've seen her do before, and tell us about what she talked about, and and just tell us everything.
Well, yeah, that's a part of the reason why I'm glad I have video, is because I can actually remember what it is that I talked about, because or what she talked about, because it flew by so fast that I was like, what just happened? What was she even doing? Everyone should know by now, if you've researched or seen some of the videos or seen some of the write-ups, she opened with Dark Ballet. She sang Crazy. She sang Soldad, La Isla Bonita. And then she finished with one of the most epic versions of Like a Prayer I think she's ever done.
All right, but you're going way too fast for me right now. So tell everyone about the Dark Ballet that she performed, because it was different from the version she performed at the Met Ball and on the Madame X tour.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best versions of Dark Ballet. Now, I was not a huge fan of Dark Ballet when she released it originally, because I was waiting for my disco anthem of God Control, and she was denying me of that. And Dark Ballet came out. It was a little upsetting to me. I felt like there was way too much auto-tune, way too much vocoder. When she sang Dark Ballet last night, there was no auto-tune or vocoder on her at all. she sounded amazing. She climbed on top of the piano. She was in a really effervescent, upbeat, really full on Madonna mode. Like, you can definitely tell that she's no longer cranky from her hip and knee pain. Like, her spirit is back. She's rejuvenated. She seems full on, like, her spirit's back. It was really, really great to see and witness. And I mean, we're jumping ahead also, if you saw her on Fallon,
No, we're not talking about that right
but
now.
it's the same type of her playfulness, her energy. She was very up and buoyant.
Mm-hmm.
But Dark Ballet, the thing that stood out to me the most was in Dark Ballet, where it's that super robot voice section,
Where it goes into Clockwork Orange Nutcracker
yes,
craziness.
that she sang. Now, when it was happening live, I thought, is this a cover of a song? Because I'm like, the lyrics sound familiar to me, but I can't place where I've heard this before. And it wasn't until today when I was rewatching.
You heard it in your nightmares.
Well, when I rewatched the video today, I was like, oh my God, this is the robot vocal from Dark Ballet.
Mm-hmm.
And her voice sounded flawless. I will definitely release the little section of the video. I just have to chop it up into sections, but she sounded so good.
Well, quickly, we have a question from our friend of the podcast, Tyler. How did her butt look?
Her butt looked great. And that's the name of that tune.
Okay, so we've talked about her butt, but we talked about what she sang, but you didn't tell us how she sounded.
Her vocal quality sounded beautiful. It was reminiscent of, she was giving me a Vita. She was giving
you that Joan later instruction.
Yeah, she was giving me You'll See. She was, it was like, if you remember Rebel Heart when she would sing La Vie en Rose, it was that. That's the vocals that Madonna was, which I was surprised about because she was wearing the grills, which, although I'm not a fan of the grills because of how it makes her sound, she had sort of somehow gotten past that and she sounded really good. Mm-hmm. So I was happy about that.
How would you rate her vocal skills in my favorite song from the Madame X tour, Crazy?
Crazy she was good. No, it was good. I
feel like she loves singing that song.
She does. Actually, I knew that she wasn't, obviously we weren't going to get like I Don't Search, I Find or God Control. I knew we weren't going to get those type of songs. I knew it was going to be very living room session.
We have another telegram from Chris, who was there last night.
Oh, hi, Chris.
As well. Hi, Chris.
Yes, last night was magical, Chris. You are correct.
# magic.
Yeah, no, it was. But yeah, I mean, the thing that's weird is when you're that close to Madonna and she's performing, there's so much going on around you. There's so many people doing, filming her, and musicians and security guards and crazy people behind you, and there's pushing and shoving and everyone has their phones up, and so there's so much to take in, and my ADD was on overload, so I couldn't focus on too much all at the same time, which is why thankfully I have some video to remind me. But
so then she performs So Dad,
yes,
to remind everyone that it's not in the Madame X tour film.
Yes.
And then when she performed La Isla Bonita, was it a segment like in the tour, or was it the whole song?
It was the whole song, I believe.
What a ripoff. I mean, not to you, but to everyone that watched Madame X streaming.
Yeah, no, it was, and she, this was where I think you've seen the video, she climbs up on one of the banquettes and she starts gyrating up against a pole, and I was looking at her and thinking, okay, she's up gyrating. It's 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning. She's gyrating against a pole on a banquette at 63. I've been standing for only a mere 3 hours and my back and feet are killing me. And I was like, she's doing this in heels.
Right. But 2 a.m. for Madonna is 3 p.m. for us.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. So she's doing La Isla Bonita. She finishes. She comes down off of the banquette. And then what happens?
So then we had been told there was a little special surprise coming at the end of the performance. None of us knew what it was. but apparently she launched into Like a Prayer, and then she said, "I'm going to take you to church," which we thought was just like a euphemism for like she was just being funny. Like here she is singing, she's going to take us to church, but no, she was serious. So it was the end of the show. She said, "Everyone, follow me. We're taking this to the streets." And so they started a mobile parade with, I think there was a tuba and some horns, and someone, I think they gave Jon Batiste a megaphone, and they just started singing Like a Prayer, and they exited the venue. Everyone in the club just followed her along, and suddenly now we're on the streets of Harlem at 2 a.m.
Were all of you singing Like a Prayer?
Some people were singing it, but it was, I mean, it was just sheer chaos, like absolute mayhem on the streets. And we didn't go very far. We were, I think we went down 126th Street up to 127th Street where there was a church.
Mhm.
And, but I started filming because as was everyone, because it was this iconic moment of just horror. I mean, there was probably 300 people on the street just circling around Madonna, and the security guards were just like keeping everyone back. But when we were crossing the street to get to the church, there were cars stopped at the red light, and people were just like, the crowd just consumed the intersection, and I was on the side of the crowd trying to film her, and because of the car, all of a sudden the people on my right just pushed me, and I suddenly I suddenly turned and was directly like next to Madonna. Like suddenly I just turned and, oh, hi Madonna, she's right there. So if you watch the crowd footage that I had posted of the parade, you'll see there's a moment where Madonna is like right up close, and literally, I mean, it was as if I was walking on stage with her again.
Wow, it sounds like a holiday in your love parade.
But it was sheer chaos and mayhem, but everyone was in a super good mood. Everyone was having fun. We got to the church. She continued to, I mean, I thought we were going in the church, but it was closed because obviously it was 2 a.m.
Yeah, that would be kind of a little bit of a reach.
A little weird, but but yeah, we were on the steps of the church, and she sang Like a Prayer. The gospel singers that she had singing the Nikki Harris parts were amazing.
Mhm.
And then it finished, and she jumped in a car, and it was over just like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how did it end? And she jumped in a car.
Yeah, they had a car waiting for her there, and she jumped in the car. Everyone it was literally just over just like that. And then we were all left in the street looking at each other being like, I can't believe this just happened.
Like a hooker looking for her pimp. Well, Stefan, I am really happy that you got to go and that you got to represent this podcast and, make your presence known in the streets of Harlem,
Yeah, it was an otherworldly experience. I gotta say, I never thought that would quite happen. I don't think anybody thought it would happen. There was one moment walking on the parade on the streets where I bumped into her new PR woman, and I looked at her and I was like, "This is crazy," and she's like, "Yeah, it's a little crazy."
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It was good. It was Madonna was in such good spirits. I thought it was such a perfect sort of celebration of the release of the Madame X tour.
Yeah, especially because there's been so much pushback with her, regarding like how she treats her fans or what she puts out. And I feel like this is exactly how we know her and where we want to see her, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have been anxious to wrap up the Madame X era. And
are you talking to me?
No.
You talking to me?
But I mean, I do, obviously COVID put a dent in the Madame X era. It was never supposed to drag out this long, but we had a worldwide pandemic, people. It's, unfortunately it just happened.
2 years of Madame X. All right, so let's shift gears because we want to take some calls. So
yes,
let's why don't we talk about Jimmy Fallon a little bit, and we can invite someone to talk about it with us.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like fun. We could we'll take some calls if people want to call in.
Yeah. So in my vaccination stupor, I watched Jimmy Fallon, and I was actually kind of delaying it, pleasure delay as I do, because I just, I don't know. I had a feeling that Madonna was going to be, just salty and whatever. Anyway, she wasn't. She did so well on the show. She came on and they did that kids theater segment, which was actually really funny. And
It was so cute.
Yeah, and she was a really good sport. Not that she needed to be, but she was like, she wasn't rolling her eyes.
I mean, I thought the little scripts that they had to read were actually quite adorable. That these little kids are just told, write a scene about Madam X, and that's what they came up with.
And yes, Mikey, I do agree with you. I only watch Fallon when Madonna's on, because otherwise it's just watching Jimmy Fallon literally kiss people's asses for 30 minutes. But he doesn't do that with Madonna. He tells her he loves her, and he's just kind of in awe of her. But yeah, when she came on and she just did her interview with him, it was like old Madonna.
Be gracious at first and then let them ask you questions.
Oh, what's that? Who's this? Hello.
Oh, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Is this Chris, my BFF from last night?
What's up?
Oh, are you still on your Madonna high, Chris?
I am so still on my Madonna. So just to give you a background, I'm here with my friends. We just finished watching Madam X, the whole thing on Paramount.
The extravaganza.
And then we were like, okay, we have to put the podcast on, and here you are.
Here we are.
Perfect. So tell us what you actually first tell us any thoughts about last night that something that maybe Stefan didn't talk about. I feel like he covered everything though.
He covered every single detail of it. It was perfect.
And see, and now don't get a drink when you walk in.
Right, exactly.
I know you were thirsty last night, and I was like, Chris, do not go for that drink, or you will not see Madonna.
So, Chris, what did you and your friends think of Madam X?
We loved it. We loved it, right, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite standout performances?
What was I always love Human Nature. Human Nature is one of my favorites, and to see it on the screen, the way they filmed it was kind of, it was weird that they made her upside down. They kind of some squid.
They cut really fast.
Yeah, they cut really fast.
It was like every second was a different cut.
Yeah, that's a point of contention with Madonna fans of the last 3 tours, but we'll save that for another discussion.
But it's beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But last night was stunning. It was a one in a lifetime event. So
well, Chris, you were lucky. You got to walk home.
Right.
You literally live a couple blocks.
It was amazing.
I mean, you should have asked Madonna to give you a ride. I mean, she's right there.
She was, seriously.
And did you got enough sleep last night? Or I mean, I was telling Tony, it's tough when you roll in from a show like that because you're so wired, you're not ready to go to bed right away.
Well, I got home, I gave my husband a kiss on the cheek. He was like, tomorrow. Talk tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And then I went online. I just looked up all Madonna stuff, slept for maybe 4 hours, woke up, looked up more Madonna stuff. And I'm still like shaking from the entire event. It was beautiful.
And hey, look, we got that awesome paparazzi shot of the two of us.
Yes,
I mean, we're looking good. We look good, and
it's a gorgeous shot.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. And it was so great meeting you, Stefan. It was awesome. I'm so happy that we met each other in line. I forgot to mention the one thing when we were all leaving for like a prayer. Who did we get to bump shoulders with, Chris? Oh, was it Lourdes?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So rewind. Let's talk about Lola Leon.
Okay. In real life, Lola is tiny. She's
super small.
Little girl. Like, she is so small. She had a hoodie on.
Well, she's still a baby.
Well, no, but that's the Fenty fashion show. The Fenty fashion show, she looks like this grown ass, like Kate Winslet woman, like it's very strange.
Yeah. But last night she was so little. She had a hoodie on the entire time.
She had a what on? A hoodie?
and she was, very, very small. Like she kept looking on the floor. She was like, she didn't make eye contact with anybody, but she was standing right next to us as we were heading out.
Yeah, she had no desire to go march on the streets.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
She was like, I'm going to the bar.
I'm going backstage and
do something else.
who
Do my eyebrows.
Who was the handsome guy that she was with?
I guess that's her current boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend. If you find her in the Daily Mail, they love to talk about him. I have no idea who he
I
is,
don't know who he was
but they've been
either.
together for a couple of years, and they seem to vacation in places where she wears bikinis a lot.
Let me just say, he was no Timothy Chalamet.
Oh!
Wait, were they together?
Yes, when they went to the same high school together.
Yeah.
So, hello, my cousin. My cousin Paulette went to LaGuardia with Lola.
Oh,
And,
how did you not tell me this last night?
Well, I mean, there was so much noise.
Amen to that.
But yeah, my cousin Paulette went to LaGuardia, and she kept telling me that Lola always kept to herself. She was always very, she was just really, really small. Like I said, like last night, she was so quiet, and she was just so sweet. She was just. I
thought it was nice she was there, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the media paints this picture that her and Lourdes are at each other's throats, and I just don't believe it. Why would she be at her mother's show if she hates her?
Yeah, I just think Lola doesn't want to have to deal with crazed fans, because they do go for her. They go after her and David Banda and the other kid.
Yeah, it's like she just doesn't want to live her life under her mother's.
Oh my God,
shadow.
was David Banda there?
No, I didn't see him.
I mean, I guess you'd know if you were there because he'd be dancing. And
I also didn't see her boyfriend there. Madonna's.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't see him either.
Could he be recording a rap album, perhaps?
No, I think that's out already, isn't it? I thought that was out already.
I don't know.
Well, Chris, thanks so much for calling in. I appreciate it. And again, this is not goodbye. We're gonna.
I think you're a friend of the podcast, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm on.
Listen, go wash your clothes, because I know that the sweat from our clothes is probably. I know my clothes. My clothes need some laundry. Let me tell you.
You know it. Oh my God. Well, it was so great meeting you, and you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Talk to you later. Bye. Yeah. So we were just kind of talking about Jimmy Fallon. I think.
Oh, right. Back to the topic.
But no, I mean, I think that pretty much says it all. I mean, she was great on it, and it just reminds you of how witty and how engaging Madonna can be with the right talk show host. Because we've all seen her shut down the minute someone opens their mouth and she decides she doesn't like them.
I mean, she's definitely, she's in promotion mode, so of course she wants people to make sure that they watch the Madame X tour, and if she's going to come out and be not happy, maybe people won't watch it. So
Madame X streaming, I finally got to see it. After that Amazon Prime Michigas, I know I wasn't the only one. I'm talking to you, Stephen, from Immaculate Podcast. We're in the same boat and it's sinking. But anyway, we finally got to see it, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the quick edits. I do feel like technically this show could have been put together better. But I always love the content, and the music speaks for itself, and that's what I took away from the final product. It's like I waited 2 years for this. I knew what to expect, but we got the music and we got the performances that we love. Granted, I guess for rights issues, we didn't get Sodad. We didn't get the Crave Tracy Young remix.
Justice for Crave.
I know.
I love a good disco remix, and we were denied that.
Yeah, there was kind of a clunky edit when Future was ending, and it kind of started going into Crave, and then boom, it cut.
Yeah, it was just like a prayer.
Like a prayer.
For a moment, I was like, "Wait, are we actually getting Crave?" And then no. I think mostly I just loved Crave because it seemed like such a fun, upbeat number, and the costumes were fantastic,
and she was having a blast.
Yeah, I know. Some people just...
So Stefan, tell me, from watching the Madame X film, what were some numbers that you watched and you got something different out of it than when you watched it live?
I think it was. Again. I guess I'm on a dark ballet renaissance. I was happy to see dark ballet done up. It was fun to see that performance, and I think just overall, it was great to be able to see some stuff up close that maybe you didn't get a chance to see
because we were looking at her wig.
Yeah, well, exactly. Because there's that's the other thing. And Chris, my last night friend, will be able to vouch for me. Her wig last night, the blonde wig with the bangs, was fucking fantastic. Like, right, I don't know where she's getting these wigs from. Who's paying for these wigs?
I think she's getting them from the Lisa Rinna collection. Did you see her on Beverly Hills the other night?
Yeah,
she was wearing a Madame
exactly.
X wig.
Yeah, she totally did. But flawless wig. Like the her with the bangs, the cut. It I mean, obviously her hair's underneath it, but she looked great. I can't say enough good things about how she looked last night. It was fucking fantastic. But yeah, I mean, does anyone want to call in and chat about their favorite moments of the Madame X tour film?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast. Jeez. So, right on that. Don't waste any time.
Not 1 second.
Hi, you're on with MLVC. Who's this?
Hello, this is Wayne from the Madonna Get Together podcast. How are you guys?
Hi,
Wayne.
Oh my God, you guys are on fire lately with the erotica issues. I mean, erotica episodes.
No, you're actually thinking about all I want to do is talk about Madonna.
Oh my God.
I will agree with you.
You are correct. You are correct.
So much Madonna content.
Sorry to disappoint.
No, you're not disappointing. You're good too. So tell us, was it worth the wait?
I think it was, particularly because nothing was able to be filmed. So it was a great reminder of going back into that moment and kind of reliving that moment of when I was there. So Human Nature is my favorite performance. I love the shadows, especially like when they flicker and she like slides in that semicircle. That was great. And I love seeing
that. I didn't notice that when we were in person. I did not notice that that's what the shadows were doing.
No, because we were looking at her wig.
Yeah, so it was fantastic to be able to see that moment that like the shadows were timed to some of what she was doing. So I think, sorry to interject your thought process, but that to me is, remember when all the cancellations were happening with the highly specific show details where like they couldn't get I think that's the stuff they were talking about. You know, like if they can't get the shadows to go right, timed right with the music, then it's going to look weird.
And I'm not doing a fucking show.
So somebody who knows about shadows, if I don't see somebody up here with shadows. Anyway, so I digress.
I'm waiting.
Go ahead, Wayne.
No, the other thing I was going to mention was seeing Crazy and Come Alive. Like, of course, I would have liked to see the entire C-suite, but yeah, those two. I had some friends over. We watched it. They all seemed to love it. Until afterwards, I was like, "Hey, let me record something for my podcast." And then, like, the claws started to come out a little bit, and I'm like, "Wait, what happened here? I thought we were having a good moment." But luckily, my computer froze, and I lost that recording. So, oops.
See, there you go. No, I agree with you. "Come Alive" was not always like my number one song from Madame X, but seeing it in the show, it gave it like new life, and then watching it in the film, I was like, wow, Come Alive is so layered. There's so much more to this. And, when you're seeing it live, you're just kind of overwhelmed. But yeah, I feel the same about Crazy. I think Crazy is probably my favorite song in that show. It was captured so beautifully on film. And of course, Frozen, I mean, it looks incredible.
Yeah, I think for Come Alive, I think the first time I heard Come Alive, I was kind of stoned, and Come Alive was like
coming alive.
It was seriously one of the most euphoric songs I've ever heard in my entire life at that moment in time. And so I think for me, it's always resonated just because the first time I heard it I was so out of it, and it was wonderful. So I think that's why I've always loved that song.
I have a quote from Chris V23. "Come Alive is my new Like a Prayer." I
can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway, Wayne, did you watch her on Fallon?
I did. I didn't see it. I actually didn't watch it until like yesterday. I recorded it, but I crashed the night before, and I did see her on Fallon. I thought it was cute.
I feel like
Nothing really stood out.
I feel
to
like there's
me,
a butt
but,
coming.
No. Well, there was a very
Stop
big
it!
butt. that
Stop
came.
it! I know where you're going with that. I knew as soon as I said
it. No, I thought it was great. I thought it was a perfect opportunity for her to promote the show the day before it was released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like we were saying, she just didn't have that attitude that she's had, and it just felt good to see and hear the Madonna we love.
I think she misses Letterman though. Like, I think she liked Letterman. I think she liked Letterman because Letterman challenged her and like gave her shit back when she would give him shit.
Mhm.
And Jimmy Fallon doesn't do that. Like, Jimmy just sort of like sops it up and it's like just whatever she does. He's like, you're amazing. Whereas like Letterman is like, Madonna, calm down. Like he would put her in her place.
Mhm.
And I think she liked that dynamic where I think that's what she was trying to do with Jimmy Fallon is like push
She gets
him.
to fight.
Yeah.
She gets to fight for control versus it just being handed to her.
Yeah. I think that's but yeah, that's what I thought was funny about it. Like the whole sliding on the desk thing. Like I saw pushback. People were like, "Oh, Madonna, why would you do that? It's so classy." And I was like, I think it's funny. What else are you doing? Like you go on a you're a guest on a talk show. It's a performance. You're there to promote something. Why not like if you're just sitting and talking and being boring, come on, come on, people.
Well, Wayne, tell us what's coming up next on your podcast since I already screwed that up in the intro.
No. Well, it's funny because I am recording my podcast. So, me and all I want to do is talk about Madonna. We're kind of like running down the same train. And I think there are
traveling down this own road.
Exactly. The erotica episodes were incredible, but I couldn't listen to them until after I recorded mine. So because I didn't want to be biased, or we have a lot of the same thoughts. And I kind of like after I record, go back and listen to it. It's like, oh, okay. We're on the same wavelength there. So that's coming. Erotica's coming. I was going to do one for Madam X review. I think I'm just going to hold it until I do the Madam X album. But yeah, I'd love to have you guys on the show. I'd love to talk about, your entire podcast career and how you guys get all these people. And I know it's really exciting. And you guys are like the Comic-Con for Madonna. Like you are the panelists that bring in that everyone wants to hear from. So I really appreciate what you guys do, and it's really exciting to hear from Donna and Nikki and Carlton and all these people that have worked with her throughout her career.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel really good because that's all I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm glad that we're doing that and that it's hitting,
Hold on, Tony. I'll get you tissues. He's crying.
Okay.
He's crying.
But seriously, Wayne, have your people slide into our people's DMs and we'll work something out. Okay.
We'll work it out.
But thanks again for all the sweet words and for following us and mutual support.
Thank you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one. Talk to you.
Bye. You too.
Yeah, let's take another caller. Who else wants to chat about Madam X? Hello, you're on with MLVC. Who's this?
Hey guys, it's Mikey again. Just calling in from Instagram.
Oh, hello, Mikey.
Hi, Mikey.
Hey.
What's going on? Tell us.
Do you have your eye patch on? You have your eye patch on?
My eye patch. Oh my god, I know. I left my eye patch in the car. Sadly.
You've got your grills in.
I have my grills. Yes.
Okay, good. Well, all right. You're on brand then.
Yes, of course I am. Actually, I was watching Madam X, and then at 6 o'clock came on. And I said, "Oh wait, I got to listen to you guys." So I stopped Madonna for. This is my second. It's my second.
I was gonna say that's not your first time watching that. Come on.
No. That was when was it? Friday night when I got home. I said, "Oh, I'm watching this." So first time watching it, and I gotta say, I liked it, but I can't really. I mean, I posted on my Instagram. I loved it, and I do love it, but I don't know. It's the middle part with the photo part. I'm still kind of like. I'm trying to get over that. Like, okay, Michael, accept it. It's there. You can't do anything about it.
This is true. This is true.
Welcome to my photo club.
Oh,
I wish you would have done the whole song. That was what I was hoping for.
Everyone can please note that Tony has finally sung on the podcast. I think this is a momentous occasion.
And it wasn't bad, right, guys?
No, it was actually quite good. You need to sing more often. So here's the thing. My thoughts about the tour film. Barring the fact that they chose different shows to sort of edit together the professional footage versus Ricardo's iPhone footage, I thought that I would have preferred a little less of the background videos taking such, like center screen, I guess, if you will.
Mhm.
Like if I wanted to watch the American Life video, I would just go watch the American Life video. Watching the Madame X tour film, I want to see her performing during American Life or any of that. Like I felt like they cut away to the stuff that was pre-recorded and showing on the backdrops that I don't care about. Like make those, if you do a DVD or a Blu-ray, make those bonus stuff so we can see what they shot in the background. But otherwise, show me fans, show me performers, background dancers, show me Madonna.
Oh my God! Speaking of fans, did you see anyone in the film that you recognize? I saw one of our former guests, Israel Henricks, many times.
Oh my
in the
God,
show.
he was like a guest star on the Israel
featuring special guest star Israel
and Jenny
Icon, and Ian Goldwyn.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Wait, but what is it just me, or did a lot of those crowd shots that she used for the film, didn't they look similar to like previous ones, or am I just like misthinking that?
No, I thought that too, but then I also recalled that, there were a lot of the same people in the first two rows for a lot of the shows.
Oh.
So, because I noticed it at several shows that I went to at the BAM in Brooklyn, I was like, wow, it's the same guys up in the front row. But
well, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's saying that they saw Detox on the good.
Ooh, well, I'll have to give it a second viewing and look
By
at
the
different
way,
things.
By the way, Frozen, that was like, that performance to me was like the major highlight.
Yeah.
I have a couple friends that went to the shows and I didn't go, sadly. So that was my first time seeing it. And it was like seeing Frozen for the first time. I've never gotten emotional in any of her shows ever. Except that performance, just like, I started crying. It was something about, I think it was because it was with her daughter and it was a ray of light, and it's like it's coming full circle and she's an adult now, and it just really hit me like I never did before. It was so powerful, the whole thing.
Yep. Mikey, I echo that thought 1000%. I was the one who was crying at Frozen every night.
No, it was. You know what? I mean, I think you're right, Mikey. Is that when you see that we've been fans for however many years we've all been fans, and to have seen Madonna grow as an artist and then as a mother, and see her daughter growing up, and they married that relationship in such a sweet, wonderful way, and it was such a beautiful production of that performance. How they superimposed Lourdes over Madonna through that scrim, and it was just so beautifully done. And then Madonna sounds great. Lourdes is doing this beautiful interpretive dance. It just, everything clicked with that, and it was. And I thought it was interesting was you could not really see that Frozen was reshot. So Frozen, Frozen and Future were definitely two of the numbers that she did reshoots for. And so I think they did that because they wanted to make sure that you could see Madonna behind the scrim clearly enough, and you could definitely then see Lourdes's performance well enough. So so the mystery revealed, everyone's wondering why is she doing these reshoots? It's just so that way we could actually honor that presentation of that performance much better.
It goes back to what you guys were saying before, like I don't know why they're saying that Madonna and Lourdes are at each other's throats. I mean, clearly she wanted her daughter to get the attention in that performance.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know why they would say that. It's like, look at that thing.
The only thing I thought of with Frozen that I think wasn't represented as well in the tour film that it was in person, when Lourdes moves her hair off her face and it's the first reveal of Lourdes in that part, people lost their shit. In every single show, people lost their minds, and I felt like that was the one moment that would have been a good edit. They should have swelled the crowd noise, because that's the appropriate time to swell the crowd noise or show reactions of people. But like, people were freaking out when it was Lourdes revealed herself.
Now, I don't want to be shady, but I'm still scratching my head about that remix for Future. I don't know. I don't know if it worked, but
I love that version.
I think I need to spend more time with it,
Oh, I love that song. I love the version with Quavo, but I think this one's my favorite. This one.
Yeah, it hits really well, and I think also because the backdrop videos. This is one of the moments where I think the backdrop videos are sort of like they resonate better. It's all about the earth destruction. Like what is it? The environment and whatnot, and I think that mix just works better with it. It sounds a little bit more ominous and serious.
Listen, if Stefan can fall in love all over again with Dark Ballet, I can give Future a chance. Okay,
yes.
Another chance. And by the way, her on Fallon, I agree with you guys. I really miss her. I miss Letterman when she would be on there because Letterman, like you said, gave her a lot of pushback. I remember hearing on someone else's podcast that worked on the show that he wants to be like everybody, like everybody's friend. But I'm like, it kind of helps if you push back a little bit. It doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Very nice. And also, I'm dying to know what director she was talking about. The one that said wanted to direct the film, and she's like, "Oh, he's a man. He's a misogynist." I'm like, "Ooh, who's that? I want to see on that. Who is that?"
I'll see what I can dig up.
I can tell you, it definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't Spielberg. I'll tell you that right now.
No. Well, thanks for calling in, Mikey. Always good to talk to you.
Guys.
Thanks, Mikey. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later, guys.
Bye. Enjoy Madam X. Yeah, I think Madam X deserves another repeat viewing before my free
trial
Paramount
expires.
Plus trials.
I think I might watch it again tonight. Just for research purposes.
Wait. So what else do we need to chat about before we call it a night?
I think that's good for now. I want to let everyone know that we are coming back in the next couple of weeks with some really insane episodes. So
yes, watch the space. Yeah, we don't like to announce things because if a guest cancels on us last minute because scheduling conflicts come up, we don't like to get people's hopes up. But to tease you enough, we've got some pretty solid guests coming up, and then I think our season is coming to an early close.
Well, it's not an early close because we're coming up to 100 episodes.
I know. I can't believe it. Seems weird. I think once we hit 100 episodes, we're eligible to be syndicated, right, Tony?
Right? No, not a podcast.
But yeah, it's going to be a momentous occasion. I can't believe we've been podcasting about Madonna for almost 100 episodes.
Yeah, let's take one more call and talk to our friend Tyler really quickly. He's chomping
dying
at the bit.
to get on it. Hi,
hey
Jon.
guys.
Oh, hi Tyler.
Okay, Tyler.
How are you guys?
Only for you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I just really want to talk to you guys.
Let it out.
I actually have not seen the film yet.
What?
But yeah, I know. Well, I wanted to watch it with you guys last night, but I know.
Okay, so we
Stefan had better plans.
Well, yeah, we had a change of programming, and
I understand.
I think it worked out. I think
it
people need to see it on their own and kind of like pause it, rewind it, hopefully not
Totally.
fast forward.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We originally thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to do a live reaction of us watching the film? And then, yes, I thought for a moment maybe I'll get a ticket. So I was like, let's just push the night one more day just in case, and then we could talk about it even if we didn't get to go. And
you are blessed. Oh my God, Madonna has blessed you.
He's like hashtag blessed, and I'm like hashtag time's up.
You'll honestly, have your moment, Tony.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Don't worry.
I think I've used up all my Madonna goodness in life. Yeah, I'm telling you, Tony, you're next in line.
Next up, we're like at the premiere of her film at the Chinese theater.
You're gonna have dinner with her like in 2 months.
Let's do it. I would love to. Look, I've always said I would love to work with her. I would love to work on that movie if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it out there. If anyone knows how to get me work with Madonna, please let me know.
Yeah.
Even if you're an extra.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you've got experience.
Yes. So tell us, Tyler, what were your thoughts on? Oh, you haven't watched Madam X yet, so we can't talk about it.
Did you watch Fallon? Is there anything you can talk about?
Well, I love the Fallon interview, but I was going to talk about, because I saw the show in Miami, and one of my favorite numbers was the Extreme Occident number. I just love that song. I just feel like I relate to it somehow, but I love the performance. It was just so it gave me chills, you know?
That's the one with all the moving boxes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Tony and I were at one of the nights in BAM. This was the night that I abandoned Tony because I was the low hanging ceiling at BAM was blocking my view and I couldn't see shit. So
Lies. He wanted to get close to the aisle where she walked out at the end of the show.
I snuck to the fifth row where a friend of mine was, and literally during Extreme Occident, one of the staircases literally smacked her in the back, and you heard the stair just slam into her back, and I was like, oh my God, it hit her, and she without pause just kept performing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, I don't know what her body is made out of, but she can be
She's a beast.
She can be pulled off stairs at the Brit Awards and get up and finish the number. She can be smacked in the back with plywood stairs and keep performing. It's like she's a monster.
Yeah,
because
I'm sorry, this was in Philly, right? Or
no, it was in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn. Oh, wow.
Those boxes were kind of like a carnival ride where they're kind of spinning around on their own, and the dancers and Madonna would have to step around them.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Somebody, whoever was spinning that box, spun it too far,
and he's fired.
Yes, right into her. I felt so bad.
Seems like a very dangerous performance.
Yeah, stairs are Madonna's enemy. She needs to stay away from stairs. They used to be her friend. The Express Yourself performance at the VMAs, Hollywood, Like a Virgin.
It ended with Living for Love.
Yeah.
It's been over. No more
stairs.
No
are
more
out.
scares. No more capes. Stay away.
Yes.
Attention, no stairs for Miss Ciccone.
Well, and that's the thing. So last night at Red Rooster, she got up on the piano and she's standing on the piano singing, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't fall off the piano, Madonna. Please don't. Because no one was around to catch her if she slipped and fell, and she's wearing stiletto heels on the slippery piano.
Right, but she's got new titanium hips. So tell us, you saw this last night. Do you think that Neep D squats are in her future?
Look, I don't want to say yes, but she's definitely back dancing and she's training for it. She's totally, I don't know what she's training for, but yeah, it's possible. I won't put
Madam
money on
X
it,
is a mystery.
It's so true.
Too much of a mystery.
Well, Tyler,
Right.
Tyler, go watch Madam X and let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
I will, for sure.
We'll talk soon, Tyler. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Take care.
Thanks. You too.
All right, guys. We could stay here all night, but some of us got to eat dinner.
Ooh, what are you going to have, Tony?
I have no idea, but I'm hungry all of a sudden. All this talk about Madonna is
I was
making
going
me
to say,
hungry.
you work up an appetite talking about Madonna.
You didn't even get my reference. You don't remember when...
I remember, I know.
Okay,
I know.
from Saturday Night Live, where all this talk about food is making me hungry.
Oh, so actually, that's funnily enough. So Kim Kardashian is on Saturday Night Live tonight.
Oh.
And I'm wondering if the Madonna PR publicity machine is going to possibly swing her through SNL.
I mean, Madonna is a friend of Lorne Michaels.
Yep.
She's a friend of the show.
Yep.
She's a friend of the Kim.
So that's what I was like when I thought, you know what? Wouldn't it be fun if, like what she did with Roseanne, and she just made a surprise appearance on SNL. Maybe she's making a surprise appearance tonight with Kim Kardashian.
All right, so let's all tune in and see what happens.
I know. I was thinking, I'm like, 11:30. That's an early night for me now. I mean, seriously, people, I don't go out anymore. I have not been out late, past midnight, much less going to bed at 4 a.m., which is what I did last night. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm still awake right now.
It's that Madam X lifestyle. You forget about it and then you're jumped right back into it.
Everybody knows the damn truth,
Yep.
Tony. I'm telling you.
Well, guys, we love you guys. We love talking to you. This makes us feel great, and it just reinforces why we do the show. So we are sending you guys love. And yeah, just, watch the space. Make sure that you listen to our upcoming episodes. And, we're going to end the season on a high note. And yeah, just, I don't know, Stefan, say something.
I was just so transfixed watching you, Tony. I mean, you're doing such a good job. Yeah, y'all know to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MLVC Podcast. For those of you who have already donated either via
Thank you so
Venmo or you've joined our Patreon account here on Podbean, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
It just helps keep the podcast going to help us pay for our literally, the expenses of Podbean and whatnot. So thank you. It means so much to get the love from you guys, because we're just doing this just out of the goodness of our own hearts, because we love Madonna. We love the community here. It's so much fun to be able to just share and talk about this woman and this artist that we all care for. So thanks for being a part of that. And yeah, stay tuned. We're hopefully going to have another episode coming up within about another week or so, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and just gonna shout out Liberty really quickly. She couldn't call in today, but we love you still. All right, love you guys. Have a great weekend and watch Madam X.
Talk to you.
Because if you're asking yourself, I'm not sure. Yes. I don't know. You don't want it. But I want it.
Yeah.
I came out of my mother's vagina wanting it. Just wanted to share that.